welcome to Coffee with Cover Bridges. Today we're going to discuss unwritten etiquette and rules when buying a home. I'm Dot Roan, broker owner of Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty, and with me today are
Renee Sewell, realtor.
Sue Barczyk, broker owner.
And Carrie Smith, realtor.
You know, when you want to buy a home, you also have to watch your behavior because a seller will determine if they want to work with you in allowing you to buy their precious home, or if they're going to choose someone who's a lot less annoying. So be on your best behavior when trying to buy a home. It's certainly going to be to your advantage.
Yeah, there's just many important aspects when purchasing a home. And one of the first things when you contact a realtor, just know that they are going to ask you if you spoke with the lender yet, if you've been approved, and just find out what your pre-approval amount is to purchase a home. That way you know that you're looking in the right price range, you're not wasting your time or the seller's time. It's just really important to know what price range you're in.
And also the type of financing as well.
Exactly, yeah, because some properties won't qualify for certain financing.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, and I think too that some people don't realize that, you know, when we market a property, we let our sellers know that we're bringing in pre-approved buyers. So that's another reason that's important. I think something else is when you do have a list of properties, like 10 properties, do drive-bys first.
Absolutely.
Do a drive-by, make sure that you like the area, you like the style home, you like the bushes outside or the color of the house, or whatever it may be, prior to scheduling that appointment to see.
Right, when you have a lot of appointments lined up, if you don't know which properties you really want to go in, it could throw off your whole schedule for the day, and those sellers have prepared their home for you, and if you don't even go in, that's just a tough thing for the sellers.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's very frustrating, not only for the seller, it's also frustrating for their agent. So try to get the buyers to drive by first, so at least, you know, the outside is an area that they're interested in and they like the surroundings.
And the style of the home.
Right.
As well. Another thing you want to think about is being punctual. Again, if you have a list of homes that you're going to look at, they are on a schedule. Sellers and agents are expecting to work with you for a certain period of time, during a certain period of time, in certain areas. So you really want to be sure that you are punctual and you respect the seller and the agent.
That's so important because in our area especially, a lot of those properties are not right next to each other.
Right.
So you have to, when we schedule them, we take into consideration the drive time. But if you're taking an hour at a property or you're late, then that throws off everything.
For sure.
Right, so it's important too that you need to consider that you do need to schedule a showing. It's almost impossible just to call in to a realtor and show up in an hour to look at a house. These are scheduled showings. A lot of times do need a 24-hour notice to get into the property.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and it's just really being reasonable. You know, you want to be reasonable.
Absolutely.
Right.
Well, and I think right now is a good time to talk about removing shoes with the year, or well, not year, well, yeah, kind of year because of all the rain that we've had.
Right.
I was going to say the time of year that we're in right now in the winter with the snow and salt. Even if I was in a property yesterday that said please remove shoes. There was an actual sign. But even if there's not, and you're walking through and you know your feet are gross, it's a good thing to remove your shoes or ask your agent that you're with, should we remove our shoes? I think that's important.
And just be conscious, even as you step into the house, to wipe your feet.
Yeah.
Look at your feet, make sure that you don't have something stuck to your shoe before you even take the first step in.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
that's really important too.
So what else about showings? I think, oh my goodness.
Well, don't bring everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
bring an entourage.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a group field activity. You know, if you have too many people along, too many opinions get very confusing.
Yeah.
So you want to be there with your significant other, or if you're alone, bring uncle,
Friend, a parent.
someone, a
Parent,
friend,
somebody.
parent, somebody with you.
But not 10 somebodies.
But not 10 somebodies, exactly. And also, if you have children, we love children, but don't let them run rampant through a house. It might be easier
Yes.
for you to take in the house if you have a sitter, especially if they're small children.
Yeah.
But otherwise, don't let them go and jump on the beds and run from room to room. It is someone else's house, so we need to respect that.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
And I think too, we need to ask permission before we're doing video or photos inside of the house. The other day I had someone pull out their camera and he asked me first because his wife was out of state if he could FaceTime. So we did, and I had already mentioned that to the listing agent because I knew that was gonna be something that he wanted to do, and we walked through the house FaceTiming her, so.
Most importantly, I think we just need to be respectful that this is somebody else's
Right.
home, someone else's property, and they are allowing you to come in. And yes, they do want to sell their property, but it is still their home.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely, for sure.
And today it's so easy to whip out your phone and take pictures or videos.
Yeah, I think you do it without even realizing you're doing it.
Yeah, you don't. So we really need to make sure that we ask permission in order to do so.
Yeah, I think so.
And showings, you know, when you're at a showing, you want to make sure that the first showing should be, 15, 20 minutes, shouldn't be any longer than that. You don't have to get under every sink and look at the pipes. You don't have to test every faucet or in this bathtub. You don't have to turn on the water in the bathtub and the water in the sink and the washer. You're going to have inspections, and the inspector is going to check all of the workings of the home. A showing should just be if you emotionally feel that home and you could see yourself living there, and you want to eliminate those that don't.
Absolutely. If you walk through the front door, you may like the area, you may like the exterior, you walk into the front door of the house, you take a look around the first floor and you go, no, this house really isn't for me. I think at that point you wrap it up and you move on.
Right.
Because there's no point in spending extra time in that house picking out all the reasons you don't like it.
Right.
So just move to the next one and find one you do like.
And that'll give you a few extra minutes if you cut one showing short
Right.
to use at a house that you really do find a connection with.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah,
anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, and the bottom line is do unto others. If you are selling your home, you're going to be inconvenienced, and you want the buyers to be respectful of you, your property, and be on time and not linger, not come back 30 times, one, maybe two, but be respectful and treat others as you would want them to treat you. Because the bottom line is, if you find the house that you want, the seller will accept an offer from someone who they feel they can work with. And if you've been unreasonable through the showing process, your chances of getting that house is probably slim to none.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So that's a wrap. Thank you for joining us today. Please visit our YouTube channel where we'll be sharing tips each and every week, and that's at Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, and also on our Facebook business page at Century 21 Covered Bridges. So until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.